Hi all, it's Kim with Rejuvenate Raw with Kim, and I am so excited to have an interview with my friend Luka today. We met through Facebook. I don't even remember how we got connected, but I'm so grateful we have. And his posts just really stood out to me because they resonated with me. He talks a lot about self-empowerment, loving yourself, loving others, and just giving people a mindset of positivity. And so I want to first have Lucas say his last name because I know I'll watch it. He's from Croatia, so I will not get the accent right. So go ahead, Luca, give us your last name.
It's Luka Hinic.
Hinic. Okay,
Yes,
thank you so much.
exactly.
So Luca
No
has
problem.
quite a story. He started getting sick at, I think he said around 16 years old. He went through about
Exactly.
10 years of illness. And we were just talking before we started the interview about really how grateful we are for the hardship we've been through, because it has grown us into a different person, a changed person for the better, that we would not ever have been had we not been through what we've been through. And so I'm just going to turn this over to Luca right now, and he's going to take us through what he went through.
Yeah, thanks for the introduction.
Sure.
I'm glad to be here and to share my story with everyone. My story started when I was 16 years old, when I started having a lot of digestion issues and troubles, which was manifested in the allopathic industry like Crohn's disease.
Okay.
So I was like 10 years, I was having digestion issues. I was going to hospitals all the time, having therapies, drinking their medications,
Sure.
which were like, I think the one was like almost like a chemotherapy or something.
Wow, really?
I think
Wow.
I think it
Strong
was called
stuff.
like methotrexate. I think it's called
Hmm.
something like that. Every time I got it, I was like 4 days. I was nauseous after it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I was having bloody stools. I was going. The bathroom became my best friend. I was
Wow.
like half the day I was on the toilet, half the day I was sitting and or laying in pain
Wow.
most of the time. Yeah. So after that, I actually got biological therapy, which was supposed to be of great help. It actually calmed down the pain a bit, but
Okay.
after a few months of that therapy, I started having uh, swollen ankles, swollen hands. I started
Mm.
having like symptoms of arthritis, and what happened was I came with that issue to the doctors, and they said me, okay, so now you have rheumatoid arthritis as well. I
Wow.
said, all right, so what now? So now I needed like 10 minutes to warm up my ankles so I could even walk when I was 23 or 24
Oh
years
my
old.
goodness. Wow.
Yeah, it was like my girlfriend was walking with me like I was a grandpa, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, so that was rough as well. And when I stopped taking the biological therapy, the arthritis was gone,
Hmm.
like just
Interesting.
in an
Yeah.
instant. Yeah, so it was like I was thinking to myself, okay, what did actually happen, you know?
Yeah.
So
Did the
after,
doctors ever suggest that it could be from the medication you were taking?
oh, of course not.
No.
Of course not.
Yeah.
It actually, I think it actually on their, I don't know how do you say it, on the receipt of that biological therapy, I think it said it's like a possible symptom from the biological therapy is
Okay.
arthritis and many others actually.
Yeah, where they
which
put all the warnings of what could happen if you
yeah,
took
yeah,
it. Okay.
yeah, which is like ridiculous, when you think about it a bit.
Right.
And then after that, uh, I broke up with my girlfriend. I came back to my own country because then I was in London. I
Okay.
came back to my own country and I started living the exact same lifestyle I had like before I went to London. So
And
it was
what
like
was your lifestyle?
it was it was pretty rough. It was like a partying
Sure.
lifestyle, just partying, not expressing my emotions, just dumping my emotions down with food, with alcohol, with drugs, with everything I
You
could
were
get my hands.
numbing yourself, so you didn't have to think
Yeah,
about all of it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. And I was feeling all resentful, angry about
Mhm.
everything that was happening in my life,
Right.
with everyone, everything that happened. I was just going further down the hole, as you can
Right.
say, yeah. And then what happened? I just like spontaneously got to the hospital, got my blood taken out, and it said that my liver enzymes were extremely high.
Elevated.
I
Yeah.
said, yeah. I said like, okay, what's that now? They were like going 3 to 4 months. I went to the hospital and they didn't know what's happening to me, and the liver enzymes were elevating even more and more and more. They came to like, I think they should be around 30 to 60, and to me it was like 1,700.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It was like he explained it to me. It was like, okay, the liver is this big, so usually the inflammation is here, and your liver is inflamed the whole.
wow. So did
And I
that
was like,
scare you at all?
well, of course, I was depressed there because he told me, okay, you need to get the biopsy first. Then I got the biopsy, and then they actually gave me the third diagnosis, which was autoimmune hepatitis, which
Okay.
by then I didn't even know it even existed.
Right, right.
And what they said to me is, okay, so you need to be on corticosteroids for the rest of your life.
Oh, not steroids. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and in around 2 years, you will need to go to have a liver transplant, probably.
Oh, that
I
sounds
was,
promising.
yeah, and I was like, okay, great. I'm 26 years old, so I can go now kill myself, probably. Yeah,
Wow.
you know,
So one bad emotion after another just streaming through your body.
everything just exploded. I guess all the Crohn, the arthritis, everything, and emotions, and all my life just went to the liver and just
Well, I'm sure
exploded.
you had feelings of fear, despair, and those are
Yeah,
the lowest vibrations that we
the
could,
lowest, the
yeah,
lowest.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember, and all those lowest vibration emotions went out of me when I was drunk, because then all the aggression
Um,
just just exploded. I was really
yeah.
aggressive. I was a bad person. All the shadow, all my shadow was going out there.
You were never a bad person. You just did bad
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I wasn't a friend with my shadow self
Okay.
yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So how
So
old
then
were you
after
at this point that this liver
uh
just accelerated?
26, I was 26.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Then what happened
it was
next?
a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow. Fairly
After
recent.
that, I was pretty depressed. I think,
Hmm.
okay, what's the point in living at all?
Right. Oh, yeah.
I I didn't want to get out of bed anymore. I didn't have any will. I couldn't find any will actually to be happy, to live, to go outside, to go with friends. I just didn't
I
have the will to do
understand.
anything at all.
So
Yeah.
you were in a
And
depression for sure.
yeah, I was in a deep, deep, deep depression
Yeah.
state. Yeah. And after that, uh, my friend, who we weren't that good at that time, but
Hmm.
he just sent me a video. He told me, okay, I heard that you had some health problems, blah blah blah, and here's a video. It was a video from Dr. Robert Morse,
Oh, okay.
everything you need to know about foods. So that was the first video that he sent me, and he said, just take a look at this video and tell me what you think about it. And I
Now,
said,
which
okay.
video was that again, Luka? Which video?
Everything you need to know about foods.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
And Dr. Robert Morse, and you can find him on
Dr.
YouTube.
Robert.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, yeah. So I was actually desperate enough to watch that video at that
Good.
point, and I watched that video, and that's the video that actually changed my life, because after that video, I actually fell in love with that man who is now my mentor, and after that, I watched hundreds of his videos, read his books, read Dr. Jensen's book, read about Arnold Ehret, his books, Dr. Sebi, Joe Dispenza, Marcus Rothkrans, all of these amazing people, and
So
just
all these
learn,
people,
watch, read. Yeah.
so all these people you're talking about, they were about diet and they were about the mindset, correct?
The mindset and the diet, yeah,
So
and
you've
the
got two different
holistic,
factors playing in here.
yeah, of
All right,
course.
tell us more. I want to hear more. What happened?
Yeah, actually, after that, as I started watching more and more and more and just reading, I started incorporating everything on myself, of course.
Awesome.
I just put all the corticosteroids and everything. I just put it in the closet. I closed it
Wow.
and just
So cold
believed.
turkey, you stopped all your medications?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That wasn't pretty smart, but it was something that I did. You know, I wouldn't recommend that if anyone is taking medications for a
exactly.
few years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did it like that, and I was like, okay, so it's either this is gonna work or I'm gonna die. So it was
I
that
totally
simple,
understand
actually.
that. Yeah, you get to
Yeah,
that point. Yeah.
yeah. So that is actually what I believed. I believed in that, and my parents who supported me through this whole way, they didn't
Oh,
believe in that way, but they believed in me. So
right.
that was also very powerful and very
You are
helpful.
very lucky to have that support because not everyone does.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
because through a lot of points on the through the detoxification, I was like feeling very bad when all the stuff was going out, and they were like, "Do you want to go to the doctor anyway?" You know, I said, "No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna be here. I'm gonna sleep, and that's it."
Get through it.
So that
Yeah.
was, yeah, it was just like that, you know.
Well,
And
tell us about your detox. What did you go through when you were
yeah,
eliminating all of this out of your body?
ooh, it was a rough ride, definitely a rough ride. I first started removing all the toxic foods I ate. I stopped eating meat first, then I stopped eating
Awesome.
dairy and
Right.
all processed foods. Then I was left with fruits and veggies, and
Okay.
I ate only that, and I started incorporating intermittent fasting
Okay.
for
Awesome.
around 14 to 16 hours daily. That was like my first type of detox was like
Right.
that. And even with that, I started feeling already better, but then when I removed the veggies and I was left only on fruits and I
Mhm.
started elevating my fasting hours, then it went pretty deep, and then I had a lot
We're
of
laughing because we've both been through detox and we know how rough
yeah,
it can be. So, Luka, I'm assuming you're talking about raw food. You were on raw
yeah,
food. You didn't cook
yeah,
anything, right?
yeah. No, I was actually only on fruits at
Okay.
that time, fruits and herbal tinctures, and that's it.
How long did you do just fruit?
It was like a month of only
Okay.
fruits and herbal tinctures. It was pretty aggressive because the fasting also went through the hours.
Right.
And then after that, I just incorporated veggies to slow it down a bit because I was feeling already better, but I couldn't go through the aggressive state. And then I just continued like that, you know.
What are some of the things you went through detoxing? Do you want to share those, like, so people will know that these things are normal? So,
Yeah, I mean,
yes, normal.
I got, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. It was like cold and flu-like symptoms.
Okay, that's very
I was
common.
having fevers and like I was shaking. My whole body was shaking, and with I don't know how many. It was 40 Celsius, I think,
Oh,
temperature.
okay,
Yeah, something like that. I had diarrhea, of course. It
right.
was. I can't even explain what kind of colors those were, but it was like rainbow colors in the bathroom. You know, all yeah, all kind of sweating, zits, acne,
Right.
everything was just going out. I was itchy all over the
Oh yeah, the
body.
rashes. They're terrible.
Yeah, the rashes, the itching, I don't know, a lot of stuff. Then the chronic fatigue, low blood pressure.
Right.
Every time I got out of bed, I was feeling dizzy. I needed to sit down because I would black
Wow.
out.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
did you know in your heart that even though these things were horrible to go through, that it was a good thing, that what you were doing was producing a good result? Did you feel that?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
So that kept you
Otherwise, I would
going. Yeah,
quit instantly. In those times, I needed to believe in what my body was doing, you know, and
exactly.
that was
It
it.
was just
That
ridding itself of all these toxins that you've been holding
Yeah,
on to for so long.
exactly.
How
The
long
mo-
did
the
these detox symptoms go on then? The bad ones?
the bad ones one was around maybe even 2 months.
Yeah.
But they were combined with the emotional detox as well,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was really really interesting because for a whole month I was angry without a reason. I was angry at everyone around me. I was just like tense all the time, and then just one day after all the detox I just woke up and I felt like I was in zen.
Wow.
I felt total peace, like all the anger and resentment just went detoxed out of me, and I
Do
was just
you
like feeling total peace.
Wow. Do you think that was to a large extent from your liver? Because I know the liver is like
Definitely.
the seat of anger. So you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
detoxing all those anger emotions out of your liver?
yeah. The
Wow.
mo- the
That's
the
so
funniest thing about that is when I felt peace and when all the anger got out of from the detox, I went to get my blood work done, and the liver enzymes were normal.
no way. Oh, that just gives
Yeah,
me goosebumps. That's so amazing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
It's
So
powerful. It's very powerful.
so that was how long ago?
That was almost, I think it was a year and maybe a year and one or 2 months
Okay.
when already it was good for me actually.
Okay. So tell us where you're at today, how you're feeling, what your diet looks like, how things have changed.
Well, actually, my whole life has changed after
I'm
that
sure.
because that is like when I started feeling better, I started just sharing with everyone, which was actually not a good idea because 99% of people just were like, "Are you crazy? What are you talking about?" You know?
Where did my friend Luka go?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was like, I was no longer the party animal. I was like
Right.
a monk, you know. Where did the angry Luca go, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And
So did
then
you have to get some new friends?
no, not really. Actually, I just continued leading by example, and now they're all
Awesome.
eating plant-based. So even
I'm
my
sure.
parents.
I'm sure you're a great influence on those friends. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And that's only because I didn't force anything on them. I just
Okay.
I just show them how my journey was going, and
Right.
they just started asking questions and everything, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. So keep telling us about where you're at now and how things have
yeah,
changed.
yeah. It was just that was actually the start of my of this journey, which I am now. Uh, I started learning more and more. I paid for the course of Dr. Robert Morse. I
Okay.
finished that one for
What is the
regenerative.
course? Can you tell us the course so people understand what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah. The course is for diploma for regenerative detoxification specialist.
about? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I finished that one, and I finished 2 courses for health coaching and neuro-linguistic programming in England.
Okay.
And then I just started learning even more, just gathering experiences, experiencing and like experimenting everything I read or heard on myself, and then just putting it out as my experience, because everything that I do or give advice to people, I first experimented on myself to see
Oh,
how it
totally.
will feel, how it works, you know, and everything.
You know,
And
I
then I just
laugh
started
because
sharing. Yeah.
I often say that I'm just a big human experiment because I do
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing. I look at myself in this healing journey as an experiment, and luckily I haven't killed myself yet.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly.
I probably came close a couple times, but I totally get what you're saying about that.
Yeah, yeah. It just comes to you, you know. If you want to, I don't know, give someone a suggestion to try, I don't know, a liver cleanse, how can I tell him what to do and what can he feel if I don't know, if I didn't do it
Exactly.
myself, you know?
So true. So true.
Yeah.
So here comes a really hard question.
All right.
So, and I like asking this of everybody I talk to. What do you believe is the reason people get sick?
What do I believe
Mm-hmm.
is the reason that people get sick? Well, in one word, I can say lifestyle.
Okay.
It's like just combination of like 10 to 20 small habits that we have, how we think, how we feel, how we act, what is our environment, what we put in ourselves, how we deal with our emotions, how do we express ourselves, do we
Right.
constantly think about or compare with someone else because that's how they programmed us, you know.
Right.
That's just like 10 to 20 small habits which can make you either vibrantly healthy and happy or extremely sick and sad and angry.
I totally get it. So
Yeah.
let's turn that around. What does it take for a person to heal?
What does it take for a person to heal?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in simple sentence, it takes a person to heal when he finally unites his body, mind, and soul.
Exactly. Yeah. That is so true.
That is just the simplest way to say it, either through coaching or health protocols, detoxification, because detoxification is not only physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual, it's
Right.
in every single way.
You know, it's funny you say that because my page, Rejuvenate Raw with Kim, says mind, body, and soul. So I'm in complete
Yeah,
agreement with you on that. So,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
glad.
So tell us how you're helping people today and a little bit about your business and how people can contact you.
Yeah, of course. What I do is I do iridology readings. I do detoxification, health or herbal protocols for people.
Okay.
I do coaching as well. I just do health advice if somebody needs anything like regularly. Uh, I do mindset coaching as well, which doesn't
So
necessarily need
important.
to
So
be with
important.
health.
Yeah,
Doesn't necessarily be with health, but in regards, if we get in the mindset something done, something in like a foundation, then everything else will fall into place as well.
exactly. You know, for
Yeah.
people saying, well, he's in Croatia. How can how can I get in touch with him? But I assume you're doing everything online or by phone like we're doing right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
I
it doesn't
do.
matter where they live, right?
It doesn't matter where they live. I work with people all around the world.
Okay.
We do Skype calls, we do we do phone calls, we do anything in the protocols. I'm actually 024 available on WhatsApp or on mail
Okay.
regarding on how I deal with the client. So
Okay.
everything is arrangeable in that way.
Okay. So how would someone contact you if they would like to hire you as their coach?
Yeah, well, I have a Facebook page which is Luka Hinic, Health and Mindset Coach.
Okay, and I will put that link on the video. So,
Yeah, of
okay,
course. And I have an Instagram page as well, which is Healthy Vibrant Life. They
okay,
can contact me there as well. And I have actually a personal profile which isn't personal anymore because I just share it with everyone.
sure.
It's Luka Hinic Eye Growth, which
Okay,
is on Facebook. So, yeah,
right, and that's where I'm connected with you at. So,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
well, we sure appreciate your time and sharing your story and all your insight on how people can heal. And I'm sure that you've given hope to a lot of people today. So I thank you so
Thank you.
much for that.
Thank you
So,
so much for the invite and for the interview and
you're
for the
most
chance.
welcome. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your journey and thank you for everything you're doing.
Likewise, likewise.
All right. We'll talk to you
Thank
soon.
you. Yeah, sure.